make it, and I quote, "Life is a colorless coloring book, and we have all the crayons to make it as colorful as we want by the choices that we make and how we live our life," he said during a lecture at the University of the West Indies, UWI, in Jamaica. Always speak up for what you believe in, whether people agree or not. They'll still hear the truth. His lyrics at first glance may seem simple, but different layers can be peeled away to expose a more complex meaning depending on age, knowledge, and the nationality of the listener. For example, them boy they take my thing, them boy they take my style, yet them so brazen. Meaning, a lot of artists copy him without giving credit. The word brazen means bold and without shame. Basically, just like plagiarism. His music constantly reminds me that I'm beautiful, independent, and strong. Personally, I've had my off days and now listen to the song Pretty Little Girl, which he mentioned. My music is an artistic reflection of the ladies. Why? Because they're my babies. He went ahead and mentioned, "You're beautiful, don't let anyone tell you otherwise." As I mentioned before, there are layers to his lyrics, and in every single song he released, I ensure my dictionary is near me. While I was in prep school, high school, and now in college, my writing intensive classes that requires a written paper, all my motivation and vocabulary words were inspired by him. At the age of 14, I honestly had no idea who Michelangelo was. I am Caribbean, and most of the time, if not all, these persons weren't taught in school in my country. But ever since this artist made mention of him, I had to do my research. He made me want to learn more. He made me want to be more knowledgeable in all aspects of life. In his hit song, School, dedicated to all students, is like a motivational anthem for all students. He made mention about the dress codes of attending school, that it should be looking professional. We should strive for excellence, avoid procrastinating, and score nothing less than 98%, which is an A. This song is like a school handbook to all students. Born on January 7, 1976, grew up in Waterford, St. Catherine, Jamaica. Attending one of Jamaica's prominent high school, Calabar, the first artist to invent his own liquor factory called Street Vybz, employing many unemployed Jamaicans on the first try, the only artist to produce his own reality show called Teacher's Pet, the only artist to write a 5-star book from behind bars, and the most influential famous celebrity to me, Adija Azim Palmer, aka Vybz Kartel, aka World Boss, aka Teacher, is one of Jamaica's musical artistic genius. Many of you guys may know him as the artist that sings everyone's favorite summer song, XOXO, My Love Is Very Special. Are you guys familiar with that song? Yes. It's hard to state which genre he really focused on because he sings a mixture of all: reggae, dancehall, hip-hop, and a little gospel, covering all the matters that lift and break our society. He speaks up against everything that affects the people of his country, and he revealed to us many unsaid topics that affects us as Jamaicans that a lot of persons are afraid to say. In his many unlimited songs, he makes mention of the stereotyping of ghetto youths, known as poor people living in the slums. He tells us it's never too late to turn your life around, and it's not where you're from, but where you're going. In 2011, Vybz Kartel was falsely accused of murder and was sentenced to 35 years in prison. Devastating and shock is an underestimate of how the people of Jamaica feels upon this day. What I admire the most is the fact that he doesn't allow his incarceration to stop him from being a motivational speaker for the nation, Gaza nation, as he refers to his fans and followers. He's a teacher outside of the classroom, and because of his intellectual contribution to my country, the urge of becoming a teacher has grown more for me. Vybz Kartel is the most versatile artist from Jamaica. During the month of November 2019, he released 10 songs discussing everything that's happening in the world. If that's not tenacity, I don't know what it is. In conclusion, Vybz Kartel is my inspiration. In conclusion, let Vybz Kartel be an inspiration to you guys. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember he's behind bars, still making an impact on a nation. A lot of us suffer from low esteem, especially us ladies. Vybz Kartel will remind you that you're the earth's angel. Guys, he'll advise you that you should never stop working harder and smarter until you have achieved your desired results. Nelson Mandela is to South Africa as Adidja Palmer is to Jamaica. I aspire to be on his level of intelligence and awareness, and there's no better way than ending my speech than to quote one of my favorite lyrics. They want me to go in the cemetery, but anyone will go up my Bible they near me. That's why I tell the youth that if they stay in a school because of education can save me. Basically, he's trying to say, have your Bibles near you, trust in God in everything that you do, and ensure that you get a good education, because that's the only way you'll make it in life. Thank you.